So hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be the second video of our series where we are going to analyze and where we are going to discuss all about the Etihad Airways interview process. So the first video has received a lot of love from you guys, and that gave me a lot of motivation for doing a lot of research and bringing more and more content for you guys. I'm really thankful for you guys, and I do expect these kind of love for my upcoming videos as well. So before beginning, I just want to give you a brief about the whole interview process once again. I know you all know this, but the reason being, if somebody is finding just this video, then I don't want that person to just miss out. I just want to give an overall picture about what we are basically talking about. All right. So, but I highly recommend like you watch each and every video in this series, for the reason being we are just taking one question. So if you want to do a comprehensive preparation, I highly recommend you watch all the videos that I'm going to make in this whole series. So without much ado, let's start with what is basically the whole interview process. I'm just going to explain this in a very layman kind of language in which even a fresher who wants to apply for this cabin crew job and all can watch this video and can understand what is basically going on. Alright. So the whole interview process of Etihad starts with you submitting a resume to their website, and if that is getting screened and getting through, then you will be getting an email link. This link is basically for a video interview round, and in this video interview round you will be basically have to complete that in 72 hours or in like 14 days. So in that, what you have to do is like once you open that link, you will be encountered with three kinds of questions. So one kind is in which you have to record a video response for like 3 minutes or something like that, and then this 3 minutes video you have for 5 questions of such sort where you have to record a video response. And then you have another kind of questions, a set of questions I can say, in which they will be giving you a actual scenario in the flight. You're working as a cabin crew. For example, you're working as a cabin crew, and while the aircraft is taxiing, you are seeing a mother with infant standing, and there will be a lot of options. And in this, you have to choose your most likely response as well as your least likely response. And like this, you will be encountered with multiple questions. And then there are yet another type of questions which are kind of like knowledge based. They will be giving you a lot of resources to refer to. So this kind of questions, if I can quote an example, this will be like, a customer want to buy this kind of a beverage, that kind of a beverage, and the rate of all these beverages will be there in the resources, and then you have to calculate, and then you have to enter the total amount of his purchase. So these kind of questions will also be coming in your interview. So now what we are going to do first is like, for last video we have discussed one of the questions, and the second video we are going to discuss yet another question. It is a behavioral question. Our question today is, tell us about a time that you have established a connection with someone, be it in your university, be it at your work, and if you are experienced cabin crew, then in your cabin crew role. So tell us the steps that you followed and what is the result of that. So once you are encountering this question, you have to understand what is going on behind the mind of the interviewer who is asking this question. So what they're basically trying to do is like they are trying to see what are the actions that you took and what are the responses that you got. So for all these kind of behavioral questions, you have one method that we usually follow, which is called the STAR method. In a STAR method, what you basically do, you give the interviewer a situation, and then the task, and then you have the action, and then the response. So in this kind of questions, you just have to give little bit attention to the situation as well as the task, because the situation and the task you are already known, and the task is being given to you. Task over here is like establishing a connection, and you have to create a scenario for that. Task is already known. The more importance should be given to the later part, which is action and the result. So your success in the interview or your success in presenting that in a right manner depends mainly on how you are presenting your action as well as the result for that. Alright. So you have to give more emphasis on the action and the result. So over here, if you are a fresher, then you can give an example from your college, your university or something like that. If you have a customer facing role experience, then you can give an example from there. If you are already a cabin crew experience one, then you can give a cabin crew experience as well. So how you can do that? First of all, for example, you are a college graduate. So you can give an example from your university. For say your situation will be, you have to submit an assignment, and then what was the task? You have to create a connection with a person, with your colleague with whom you have never worked. You don't know each other. So you are paired in a group where you two people are unknown, you don't know each other, and you have to submit this assignment in a very short period of time. So it is very crucial that you establish connection with this person. So now what is your action? That you have to tell them. Your action can be you introduce to that person, you take the initiative in introducing to that person, and then you kind of like listen to that person carefully and asked about the suggestion how you can effectively do that and all. Then you listen to that person very carefully, and then you gave your suggestion, and all these culminated into you guys submitting that assignment in a timely manner, and you got good grades. All right. So in this, all the points are being covered. Again, same if you are a cabin crew, then you can also give an example like you are working with a new cabin crew, probably a new colleague with whom you haven't worked with yet. Again, in a galley, you have to share your responsibility. So your situation and your tasks are already there. And then now your action. So a new cabin crew, the first thing is you introduce to that person, and then you have to know whether that person is kind of like well versed with the duties and responsibilities that he or she is supposed to do. And then after having a little bit discussion on that, you can share your thought how you can effectively kind of like balance on the responsibilities. In a galley, you have to really kind of like balance your task, and you have to share your work to effectively serve the customers. So you discuss on that, your strategy for the day and all. Take suggestion from the other person, and you listen to that person well, and then you put forward your suggestion. You create a strategy, you work well, and as a result, you get a positive feedback from a customer or something like that. So that will be the response of the same thing. So this is a way that you have to frame an answer to all these questions. You have to remember the STAR method. This is how you are choosing. So what they're basically asking you in this kind of questions, whether they ask you about connection and all, is like how effectively you can connect with people. Are you an approachable person? In aviation, they really need people who are approachable, because you are in the people industry and you want people to approach you. If you're a kind of a formidable person, then you are not a good fit. So their aim is to see whether the candidate is an approachable person, and then another key thing is like whether you listen or not. Active listening is actually a crucial quality for a cabin crew. So they are searching for individuals, they are choosing candidates who have this kind of a quality where they listen. So whether you're approachable, whether you listen, or whether you are a person who can make the people around you comfortable. If you can make the people around you comfortable, then that is also a good thing as you are in the people industry. So as a cabin crew, all these qualities you should inculcate in you, and these are the things that the companies are looking for as well. Not only Etihad, almost all the airline wants people who are approachable. That is why the smiling is a very crucial thing in the industry. Once a person is smiling, obviously that gives an impression like he or she is kind of like very approachable. And by the body language also, you can express that you are very approachable. So being approachable, and then you listen, and then you make the people around you comfortable. If you have all these traits, then you really can stand out in these interviews. So that is all about for this video, where we were discussing a crucial behavior question and how to answer that. And again, if you want a custom answer for the same, you can contact me. My Instagram has been linked in that. You can DM me over there, or you can comment in this video as well. Alright, so that is all for the video, guys. And if you're thinking this video is helping you guys, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel, Do share this with your friends who are also preparing for this cabin crew interviews and all. I have a lot of videos round for you guys. I will be making that in the coming days, and please stay tuned for that as well. Thank you guys. Bye bye.